Scandolo named full-time head coach on December 16th of 2025. And away we go. Set one underway with Lucas Machado for Ball State. McKendree's first off.
Look for him to get the ball quite often tonight for McKendree.
So right back to him. This one touches in, and McKendree evens it back up early. Rogers the stop. Machado sets it up for Will Patterson, who cleans it up. McKendree 12th in the country, 6-4, 1-1 record. Beat Lewis, lost to Loyola last week. 3 of the 6 wins against ranked teams already this year. Machado on. Three of the 4 have been against top 7 teams. Loyola 7th, Long Beach State 3rd, and UCLA 1. So they've played a tough schedule. They've held up very well this year.
Yeah, really nice job so far. I mean, these guys can go. They're one of the best, if not the best defense. Maybe more than anybody else in the country is a team you do not want to get into long rallies with.
Block.
Tripp finding some space there. Looks like just between Lewis and Savitsky Lind. A little swipe off the block. Nice use there. A little tight under it a little bit, but a really nice job finding a way to get the kill.
Can't lose sight of Tyler Tripp within this offense. He's a 2-time MIVA Defensive Player of the Week already this year, as Ball State goes back to Basilio. 2 kills for him in set 1. But Tripp's offense has posted almost 100 kills, so he is an offensive and defensive type player.
Yeah, he's done a nice job hitting 275 for an outside, not a bad clip. And really, again, to win Defensive Player of the Week awards is a non-libero, non-middle who's going to
sends Will Basilio back on the service line. A couple of kills early on for the sophomore from Canada. success.
Yeah, a really nice job, and you'll see it. I mean, that ball handled, and it is fast to the outside there. Slater does not waste any time getting that ball to the left, and Machado just a little late. Tripp hammers one home down the line.
That's why you had Nate Slater as your player to watch.
They don't play like a high ball. Some of these guys in the men's team, they'll play a little high ball. You go up and just he's an ultimate competitor, does a really nice job. He'll get the ball to hitters in some unorthodox and unusual ways. You see it right there. Lively, nice job just finding some space in that one on that back set there from Slater.
And now Lively, the senior from St. Louis, Missouri, back on the service line. McKendree is going to challenge this. Immediately, players were pointing at the antenna. Coach Sandlin pulled the card up, said, "Do you want the challenge?" They said, never mind. Put the card away.
They're right about calls until their coach picks up a challenge card, and then you don't want to be the one telling them. Able to kind of survive a couple of their errors as well.
McKendree plays it quick. And guess who? Nate Slater.
The left, find some space to get McKendree back to the service line.
Slater back to serve it. 14 aces on the season and a rocket to Rogers, who handles and now attacks. The Ball State team that's won 7 straight matches. 6 of those are sweeps in a row. Longest streak of sweeps dating back to 2006 was 7 from January 20th to February 11th. Made sure that they have been tight late in sets. Saw that last week against Queens where they swept both matches, but Queens hung around and Ball State was able to pull away late.
Yeah. Sends it back.
Casual
juice going for these cards.
Triple block for the Cardinals as
look for these guys. You're going to see a lot of really tough serves in the court. You're going to see a few misses, but when you talk about serve and pass games, it's going to be a fun one to watch if you enjoy that.
Machado for Lewis.
Tripp was up front. Lucas has got him a couple times here. Tripp got a stuff on him earlier. I like it. They've done a nice job going back and forth so far. So be a good matchup. They'll keep watching.
Bryce Wetjen with the kill off the tool. Pretty dispersed offense up to this point for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and typically more to the pins there, the lefts, the wedge. Really get you off the net in a hurry. So that's why I think this is just going to be a great battle in those two areas.
Onto the outside, Wetjen sprays it out. Ryan Lewis has been pretty active so far today. 2 kills and a service ace midway through this first set. And jump.
Yeah, I know you see Flater trying to get something going off the net. Lewis has been bringing some smoke there from the service line, and McKendree's been doing a nice job. Not uncommon to see in the men's game. Those guys play it pretty easy from 10 feet off the net, but tough angle to set that gap set. Just a little misconnection there.
Tyler Tripp, the graduate student, has been a strong offensive charge for the Bearcats.
Yeah, great shot there, finding some space in line with that deep corner. Rogers just unable to handle that thing, and you see Tripp get another kill.
It's already the 5th service error from McKendree here in set 1.
Yeah, just a few too many errors from these guys from the service line to take it, but 4 or 5 attacking errors, as well. I think that's hurt them here early on, and not so much getting blocked, but just hitting the ball out of bounds without making Ball State really do much of anything. Find a way to connect with Machado and Savitsky.
Ball State has gone on a 9-3 spurt to take a 7-point first set lead, and Lucas Machado's been at the center of that. Very decorated volleyball athlete, preseason All-MIVA team, played for the Brazilian U26 national team, has just added more and more, and Coach Iandolo said that he's healthy this year, walking in the door on day 1 for the first time in his Ball State career, and there's just been a little bit different of electricity from him this season.
Yeah, first time he's been fully healthy, and I think, as he's grown into his role, certainly has matured physically, but also emotionally, mentally. He does a really good job. He plays at the high level of emotion, but he's done a really good job of figuring out how to utilize that for the good part of
the energy. He was just clapping to the song, walking back out of the timeout. Locked in. It's Will Basilio. Look out.
It's a little long there from Basilio.
It's one you just laugh off and move on.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Here's Tyler Tripp on the serve. Machado to Savitsky-Lind. Pat Rogers is pleading his case, and Coach Mike Iandola is going to
It's hard to tell, kind of right here behind the R1 upstand. The original calls of Ball State was in the net, but let's see here if we can see it on replay what happened.
Yeah, so Ball State challenges. It's a McKendree point on the call. So if there's enough evidence to overturn this, here's the best look.
Good overturn by the officials to get that done quick.
The fastest replay we've had in all the sports.
Got a good crew here tonight.
We do.
Good crew.
Very efficient. Matches only took 14 total swings.
And it hits it right at Savitsky-Lind, but Lively able to find some space there and give the ball back to McKendree, which they desperately needed here late in this set.
Now
I mean, you tell McKendree Pat Rogers isn't going to get the first kill till 22-15 in that first set. You probably think you're up 22-15,
yeah.
But you see Ball State's ability to be balanced and score in other ways, but certainly the Cardinals going to want to get Rogers going for the rest of this one.
6 different players have a kill for Ball State. Nobody has more than 2. Ryan Lewis has 2 of them. Into the corner.
A really nice shot from Hoskin there. That high ball out of system. Patient goes up, gets it at a high point, puts it right on the corner. It's hard unless you're rotated in there to dig that ball. So a really nice job from Hoskin to get the point for McKendree.
Ryan Lewis dug out. This error on McKendree. Ball State's only taken 18 swings today. McKendree 25, and a lot of that has to do with the 6 service errors.
Yeah, and again, Ball State's just played a little more efficient. McKendree 6 attacking errors. And that's too many for these guys, the way that they can play. So yeah, I think they're going to want to clean that up. From the service line, if you're serving aggressively and you take a few, that's okay. But, with the errors they're making at the net, I think they're going to want to limit those as a collective, try to play a little cleaner here as we move forward in this match.
Middles are going to work for McKendree.
Right over the top for the front, gives Ball State an opportunity here to win the first set.
McKendree off balance, goes to Tripp to try and save this possession. But Ball State can take a 1-0 lead with this swing. Mason Height, the redshirt freshman center out of Hilliard, Ohio, to serve today to keep the Bearcats alive here in second. Cardinals lead the Bearcats.
So it's impressive to watch, and not just because she's a female coach in a men's sport, but because of what they've built and how they built it. It has been incredible, and they've just continued to impress as the years have gone on.
Machado outside to Ryan Lewis, who is busy in the first set. And truly, it feels like this is just the beginning of what McKendree volleyball is going to be. Long rally to start set two. Basilio taps it. Machado the set. Patterson rejected. Let's keep this rolling here. The stop from Scherer. Out to Rogers.
Unbelievable defensive team. You don't see guys play run down balls, dig balls like they do on this side.
Digs per set for this McKendree team, and you saw it on full display right there.
Yeah, and I mean, you look at their record, there may be some teams that have more digs per set. McKendree has, and to dig that many balls against the type of offenses that they have seen so far this season, they are really, really good.
It's off the video board. McKendree plays it, as it is allowed to play it off the video board when it hits that side.
Gets the kill for the Cardinals.
You coach the women's team here at Ball State. You know how to play it off the video board. How tough is it when it hits the side there and tries to roll back down?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to hope that everybody's paying attention, because the chances are what's happening next. That was a hard one to handle there.
Feels like it's one of those preseason drills, like outfield fly balls before the season starts. Just kind of get the lay of the land a little bit with everybody.
Yeah, if I was in here throwing balls off that Jumbotron for no good reason, I think I might have a word with Jeff Mitchell. But we don't have it down normally, but it is something to have to get used to when you're playing.
Tap up front, McKendree the stop, and the swing from Wetjet. Scherer sets it for Ryan.
You see that defensive pressure from McKendree. Tyler Tripp getting in there on that triple block and sending it back for McKendree.
Oskin to serve. Machado out to Rogers, off balance, still finds a good swing, but Oskin there to stop it. Here's the quick set and go. If they did the previous point.
Yeah, and a nice job there again. You'll see Flater, and it's fast. It's not a high ball. A lot of times they're kind of hitting a little lower, but they find a way through. Kimmick finds a way through there for McKendree and gives them another point.
Basilio the dig, Machado to Patterson. And the stop again from this defense.
Really nice swing there. Ball State gets a triple set up, but finds some space, high hands, and rips that thing off the block. And McKendree a little bit of momentum here. Had some nice defensive plays that have turned into offensive.
And when we talked to her about, hey, you have a top 10 kills per set offense in the country, She said, yeah, but it feels like we could be so much better because of the pieces that they have. You know, the service error pulls Ball State back within 2. But she says we know what type of consistency we can get from the offense, and we're slowly starting to get to that zone, which for opposing teams is a pretty scary prospect.
Yeah, and I mean, like we talked about, they really haven't set the middles a ton this season within their offense, but you've seen it here early because they play so fast. They can find some ways to realistically, probably for her, you know, in that first set to make that many errors, but they've been cleaner here as they've come out in the second set. So I look for them to settle in, try to continue to find some balance and some rhythm offensively.
And to your point, how they play really finesse, they play defense to offense.
Low seam on the one before, gets blocked. Really a good swing there, just misses Basilio hand.
9 service errors for McKendree, 5 on Ball State today. Cardinals have taken 10 less attacks, hitting 241 compared to McKendree's 154. Rogers to Basilio, sent backwards. Bryce Wetjen leads the crew. Roland Lively there as well.
Did a nice job. Again, McKendree has done a really good job of getting over and getting triple blocks on Ball State's pin attackers when they've had the opportunity there. They do it again. A little bit more there from high off the hands into the corner, and Tripp turns one down the line, finds some space there.
Scherer, the diving stop. Basilio, the running touch. Here's Tyler Tripp. On McKendree, and then the 9 service errors as well. Ball State's picked up quite a few points off of just letting things happen today. It hasn't been the offensive attack that we're accustomed to seeing. Nobody has more than 2 kills for the
slowing Ball State's offense down. I mean, it feels like they have touched every swing every time Ball State's even had a decent matchup. McKendree's found a way to slow it down, and there they handle that first ball and get a good swing from the middle attacker.
Basilio.
Hit, turns that thing down the line, crossbody. It's a great shot, but it feels like Ball State has had to do everything just to find some space here in this second set.
You're talking about a team that's second in the nation in kills per set in Ball State, playing the 4th best digs per set team in the country. This is truly power on power today, and it's been on full display.
Yeah, and like we talked about, I mean, there's not a better defensive team in the country. I mean, you can try to make the argument that if you have to play these guys, you are going to be in for a dogfight, and they are showing it here. Ball State had 2 good swings, hard, heavy balls, and McKendree just eats it up. It's Tripp on the first one, Diaz on the second one, so Ball State just continue to find ways, but McKendree is just showing out on defense right now, just forcing Ball State to have to do everything so perfect to score.
serving the middle attacker, Roland Lively.
It's Lively to serve away.
Right, the most open swing, most open space Ball State's got all set, so got to feel good there for the Cardinals. Going to send himself back to the service line. Get that set over. Ryan Lewis finishes it for the Cardinals.
Victor Scherer, kind of the unsung hero through the 7-game win streak for Ball State. Transfer from Quincy. Spent a year at Central State as well, but the 2 years there. Rogers, Machado to Lewis. Tie ball game.
McKendree wants, I think you're going to see a challenge here. I think they want Lucas Machado for a back row attack here. He went up. I couldn't tell if he actually touched it or if he just went up, tried to kind of fake out McKendree.
Big spot. It's either 13-13 or 14-12 Bearcats. Ball State challenged in the first set, won that one, and now McKendree challenging here after it looked like they were going to attempt a challenge in the first set, but decided not to, so we're showing the full point here.
Yeah, so it'll probably be after this, I think. So there's, yeah, right here, if Machado touches that, it'll be a McKendree point because he's a back row player currently, so he can't, that ball comes on the plane, and he touches it, McKendree touches it, he's a back row attacker, so we'll see here. If he contacts this, I don't think he touched it.
I don't think he did.
And that's what they were arguing. Live, it didn't look like he touched it. There, it didn't either.
That's just pure instinct for Machado to go find the ball.
Yeah, and in the men, you know, I mean, you'll see these guys. I mean, the men can go up and get it at a really high level, but you know, if this ball's on the plane, which it is, it doesn't look like he touches it there. It stays out of the net. So I would assume this call will stand, but those guys go up and get that ball.
How long is Machado's finger there? That's the question.
Yeah.
Does it have enough to get there? And now Machado going back to serve. Sam Hoskin to serve, 10 aces on the year.
To win points, and you're seeing that energy, that emotion come out after each point.
Some authority there on that swing. Two of them are here.
And you see two overpasses that have resulted in two quick kills for the Cardinals, and they've been able to get a 2-point lead in the middle of this second set.
Into the corner, just out.
You see it just wide. That's right off the line. Judge's foot didn't miss by much. It goes kind of two off-speed balls and then rips one. So helpful for the Cardinals to be able to get back in front here. But the way McKendree has been playing, it's going to be a great finish here, the second part of the second set.
Well, McKendree was up 12-9 in this set. Ball State has now taken the 16-15 advantage, looking for more. This is where Ball State every single match has just started to pull away during this
nice,
7-game win streak.
Nice little mix there from Basilio. McKendree gives him the line open and a little late to hit it, but just kind of tips it in.
Bryce Wetjen pummels the serve. Rogers the stop. And out to Ryan Lewis, who sends home the strong point.
Lewis has been able to get going here in this second set, and he creates a lot of problems if he's going, because it puts a ton of pressure on you to have to defend behind the setter with two guys consistently. And if he gets in some rhythm, look out, because he can score. For the better part of only like 4 years, started playing when he was 16, 17, high school, and he may end up being one of the best right side attackers in the country for the next few years. So Ball State happy to have him, and McKendree not excited to see him get going here in the second set.
Lewis sets up Machado. Back to Lewis, who's feeling it. This time falls out of bounds. Can see what he was trying to do there, just didn't keep it in.
Yeah, Machado forced that one a little bit, and a little bit of miscommunication there. The two back row attackers, Lewis and Rogers, both thinking that ball's going to them, and Lewis probably should have just put that in, tried to cut it down the line. Little miss hit there, but a little miscommunication on that one between setters and attackers.
McKendree trying to find a groove.
It's a kill in the scorebook.
Rogers sends it high. Machado does this. The script has completely changed since midway through this second set. Ball State's now hitting .367 as a team when they were in the negatives earlier in this second set.
Yeah, a couple things. Ball State's gotten some pressure from the service line, which gave them some opportunities to get some easy points on the overkills and on the ace. But, they've done a good job of finding ways to score early in these rallies. Early on, McKendree was digging the ball, and then they were the ones taking care of it on offense in transition. Ball State just couldn't score. It is flipped, but I think Ball State's got some of that momentum back because they've been able to pressure McKendree and have gotten some good opportunities in transition of their own.
Offensively, Ryan Lewis, 7 kills. Basilio has 6 on just 8 attacks. Swinging .625 with a couple of digs as well. Pat Rogers, 2 kills and 11 swings, hitting 0, but they haven't needed him to be the heavy lifter tonight.
Swings, but 2 kills, no errors from those guys. So If you can find ways to be balanced, Machado obviously can be offensive when he's up front. So Ball State just doing a good job of staying spread out offensively.
And now trying to do it deep. Saw the space created by the save defensively, and the IQ off the charts.
Yeah, and it's smart, you know, to go over. But what a play by Rogers and Basilio here right in front. The ball there, Savitsky Lynn just overruns that a little bit, gets underneath of it, can't really do much with it. Hits it long. He's gonna want that one back. They had some rhythm there, set was there. Just a misexecution.
Tyler Wint, the freshman from Winter Park, Florida, on the service line.
Coach Sandlin, I think maybe just feel like if Ball State's going to leave those middles open a little more to really key in on the pins, that they're going to take advantage of it, and they've done a nice job so far.
Two-hand touch, Pat Rogers.
Again, a little bit of room down the line, much like Basilio did earlier, just finding some space right behind that block.
Lucas Machado to try and put Ball State ahead 2-0. Quick set for the middle. Machado's ready for it. Scherer for Lewis, who's beat Lewis and then lost to number 7 Loyola. It's had a great evening so far, and away we go for Nate Flater serving. 14 aces this season, is number 1 on the roster. Pummels it out.
And some trading service errors from the setters, both with good serves. Both teams happy to see those guys not get another opportunity.
But then McKendree has to face Pat Rogers. Float serve here.
Heavy topspin, so we'll see if he goes back to it. He's missed on that in every set. Had some success elsewhere, so we'll see how he goes the next time around.
Machado up for Basilio, rejected, and then Machado goes right back to Basilio.
Yeah, Ball State, Basilio gets another opportunity at it, but Lecha and Klimek and Tripp all there for that one. Again, McKendree getting that triple block up, confident defending behind it, but no need. They get the stuff and send it back.
If you're Bearcat, redshirt last year, he's come back with authority this year as Lewis is stopped. Rogers for Machado, back to Lewis.
You see McKendree early here getting some hands, block touches on this attack from Ball State and slowing it down, forcing them to play in some longer rounds. Just gets a little bit too far past that set, gets under it, unable to do anything, but blasted long. Again, gonna want that one back.
The battle of the middles and mustaches. Savitsky Lynn versus Lively. I saw what our production crew did there. They showed Lively's stash and then Savitsky Lynn with the mustache. Some good stuff right there. What Eric Parrott and Austin Hernandez are cooking up back there in the production room.
It's pretty good.
That was good. Each one has been just as impressive as the next.
Got a nice job there. That one's a little different. That's off the first ball. Last couple have been off these kind of free ball opportunities that they pass tight. Perfect pass there. Machado throws that one down. Really nice job there. As usual, finds that Basilio, tries to get a dig on it, but just too much. Gets a deflection into the stands.
Lively hits a .424 hit percentage for his career.
Hoskins really likes it. He's up on it, he saw it, but Machado with that left arm just inside the block. He gets another kill for the Cardinals.
Quick pop. Flater sends it back center versus center here.
Yeah, and about the complete opposite of attack that you get there. Machado goes heavy and across court in front of him. Flater just lays that thing off. Deceptive set there behind him. Just lays it right into the open part of the court.
Many reasons why Flater was the first team All-MIVA pick last year and a second team AVCA All-American. And now McKendree just continues to pour it in. Flater was the first player in McKendree history to pick up AVCA All-American second team honors. And he is putting on a display here in set 3.
He is as advertised, finds a way. See Machado scores a couple times. Flater goes right back and gets 2 kills of his own. So a really nice job.
Oh, that's outside attackers are back.
Yeah, and
let the centers play for a minute.
I think if they can get Rogers the ball, he's going to try to go off here. I mean, unbelievably quiet night so far for him, and I think probably a little frustrating just in his own right, not being able to get in rhythm, but good job by Machado. That long set to get Rogers the ball.
Basilio the tap. Machado going right back to Rogers.
team with the Winter Olympics going on, but how about Will Basilio back there making a great defensive play for the Cardinals?
I mean, if digs by themselves were an Olympic sport, Basilio would be there today.
Be unbelievable. Be on that first line with here. If Flater gets one, I wouldn't be surprised if he takes a swing at it, just trying to find a way to slow these guys down, slow Pat Rogers down in this third set.
It's all task to keep him quiet for
over that thing. Klimek hits it high, hard, rips it off the block, and Ball State serve down.
Like the Terraflex had a wet spot on it, so that's being taken care of by Machado and Rogers. Flater trying to tie this up for the Bearcats. Set 3 goes into the net. 25-19 win for Ball State. Set 1, they did it in set 2, 25-20. And again, it's been the talking point of the season for Ball State, but get to this section of the game, if it's tight, they have a knack for pulling away. But McKendree climbs closer this time.
But Flater, the one-handed set, brings that back, puts it on a platter. And what looked like a ball that was going to be tough to get an offensive set out of, McKendree sides out quick.
Basilio off the top of the hands.
A jump off the block from Willie Basilio.
But he's certainly been ultra efficient tonight. 7 kills on 11 swings. Just really good for the Cardinals.
McKendree sets up triple the swing through the triple block. McKendree can pull this within 1.
And you see the extended rally there. Both teams making some really nice defensive plays. McKendree ends up on the right side of that one. Gonna get that free ball. Ball State just can't quite get a swing, and McKendree does what they need to do there to get the point. Get back to the service line.
McKendree middles have almost half of their kills today. Basilio stopped up front. Lively teams up with Wet Jen to tie set 3. Wet Jen's been a part of 4 blocks now. Machado, Savitsky, Lindland, a quick serve.
It's the ball. With the ball shot. Savitsky Lindland.
Giraffe. Ryan Lewis to serve it away.
BG, you'll hear him.
BG?
Oh, yeah.
I think that's his, isn't that his Instagram handle?
Yeah.
Something with
Yeah.
Baby Giraffe, that's where it came from? Why not? So his favorite memory was going to Colorado to train with the U.S. Olympic Training Center, as the topic of the Olympics are at the forefront. Hard to beat that.
Stays home, but Braden closes well, and Basilio sends one back there as Wedgen did to him just a few points ago.
Pivotal spot for the Bearcats. Bryce Wedgen on the line. Rogers the save. On the save, Ball State was in the pin.
Yeah. Yeah, Machado trying to get that thing, couldn't quite get it.
How about that? Save for a moment for Rogers. That was diving the opposite way to sneak it back up.
Yeah.
Machado for Lewis, who's having a great night. First to double digit in kills with that touch. 15, having an excellent night. Not even close to his career, rather season high of 25 kills. But it's only been 2.5 sets.
Yeah, and I mean, he's done a really nice job. Got a couple aces as well. And again, just a guy who plays with an incredible amount of energy, loves the game, and competes like crazy. So he's done a really nice job for Ball State. They've struggled to get a little bit of offense from Rogers. You know, Lewis has picked that up. Help Ball State win these first 2 sets. Be right in it here in set 3.
Brings up Tyler Tripp to the line. Machado for Lewis.
Nice job there by Hoskin. Ryan Lewis just can't quite make the dig there. Machado kind of tries to swat at it, but McKendree, nice job finding a way to score there in transition. Give themselves a lead back.
A lot of MIVA coaches have sung the praises of Savitsky and Lind, saying that he is one of the most underrated players, and he has a rare combination of being able to play offense in the middle the way that he does and play defense at the level he's able to.
Yeah, and he's one of the more versatile offensive guys probably in the country. I mean, he can legitimately play all 3 positions. For the Cardinals in the middle.
Today, 6 kills on 9 swings as this one into the net from Wynn. So Savitsky Lind may not have the 15, 20, 25 attempts on a night, but man, it's always 6 for 9, 7 for 10 in the efficiency. Last year, Savitsky Lind hit 427. Now this year, out of the middle, Savitsky Lind hitting 453. 17 all in set 3. Both teams really, they're now combined 27 errors on the line.
And you know, there is something to say about when you're playing it. Ball State passes the ball at a high level. They've got a balanced offense. They can score everywhere. So you want to put a little pressure on it. We try to serve aggressively, but there's a balance. And you saw last week from Queens, you know, they had a matchup where they made just way too many service errors. And you know, I think McKendree, with their ability to serve the ball, I think probably making a few too many errors or more than they would like in the able to get in some good blocking rhythm. Hoskin, a great shot there, high off the hands. No chance the defense of Ball State to make a play. And That's going to give McKendree a chance back here, 18 all.
6 kills down for him, 267 average today as Patterson the tap. Hoskett lets it rip.
Ball State not able to sight out on that first ball, but just wide from Wetjen, and Ball State gets out of that serving rotation.
Back row attack from Tritt. Scherer sends it high. Basilio the touch. Over, top everybody, 19 all.
Hands trying to go flat, find a good shot there off that triple block, but just unable on that one. This third, the first one to 20, but a tight one.
25-19, 25-20 were the wins for Ball State earlier. When does McKendree start thinking about those timeouts? 21-19, both teams still have each.
Yeah, with both timeouts, I'd like one here, but Coach Stanley going to trust her offense, trust her All-American to get them out of this one. Find a way to side out here. Klimek the one before, and they run behind on this one. He just dumps it down, and again, Coach Sandlin very much known for letting her guys figure it out and fight through it and find a way, and they do on that one and get the lead back down to 1 here.
She said it builds trust to let them stay in the game and not use some of those timeouts in critical moments. And this defense is figuring out a way. Looking to tie it. Ball State wants to extend it. Savitsky Lynn swatted backwards. Basilio sets it for Lewis, who's rejected.
What a battle there from both sides. So impressive. I mean, it just, the way these teams have continued to battle, to dig balls, to find a way to keep these rallies alive and extend it. And Ryan Lewis finishes it with authority on that one and back to the service line.
Lewis with 11 kills, hitting 400.
Long, high, you know, he can attack over the top, but got 3 aces tonight, a few blocks, just doing it all for the Cardinals, and he does a great job playing with emotion and getting these guys going, and certainly he's done that in the latter part of this match, and a big reason why the Cardinals are 2 points away from another sweep.
And they do it against a McKendree team ranked 12th in the nation. Would just continue this Ball State. Before playing number 13 Lindenwood tomorrow in this building.
Just long there from Lewis. Good serve out of a timeout. McKendree happy to take one back. Plater's awful offensive the last time he was around here, so we'll see if late in this set, if he gets an opportunity to go over. Match.
Number 9, Ball State looking for a sweep over number 12, McKendree.
A little short on that one, but gives McKendree life here late.
Savitsky Lynn twirls it, sends it.
Not give McKendree a chance to extend this one.
Machado for Ryan Lewis, who's been great.
He hits a good shot off the hands, and again, Ball State back to the service line with
looking for the sweep. McKendree trying to push it to a 4th set. Man, this is some high-level volleyball.
Yeah, it's been incredible. I mean, and again, just the ways that these teams have found ways to stay in some of these rallies, to make some plays. You've seen the setters be offensive.
So this was a 23-20 Ball State lead.
Yep. And
McKendree used the timeout. A service error from Ball State. Cardinals 24-21. And then 3 straight points from McKendree kept the set going.
yeah, Ball State gets the, they get a little bit of help on that serve from Plater. Clips the net, slows down Cherva to put that thing into Machado on a perfect pass. And they want to go to Rogers, even though he's behind. They're in row 1, so that outside that's normally hitting on the left side hits on the right. He gets a good look, just gets a little past it, a little aggressive, and hits it wide. But credit to McKendree. They've stayed in here and battled. They playing with such good energy and good focus. It's hard when you get down late in a set, especially when you get a 2 or 3
27-26, set 3. McKendree down 0-2. Scherer for Machado. Patterson touch. McKendree can send us to a fourth set here with the and their leading attacker all season long comes alive in set 3, and McKendree finds a way to send us to a
open. Certainly would have helped late in that set.
McKendree with a set 3 win in extra points, and away we go for set 4. Flater puts it away. Machado to serve it away again.
To get shanked off, and Tripp trying to bring it back, but just a little bit too much on it, and McKendree unable to handle. Not a roll, sorry. Yeah, Ball State gonna want that one back. Wedgen didn't have a lot on it. And Patterson and Lewis just unable to close that one, and falls right in front of Basilio.
House getting into the net. As electric the end of that third set. That is, both teams have to rally now and try to settle in. All State's won that early on. Attacks hitting 300 today.
Yeah, as we talked about it in that third set, he's done a lot for McKendree. Just so impressed with the way he plays volleyball, and finds some space there in between that block, throws it down, and kind of comes off of both blockers, and Clement just unable to handle that.
Lively in the middle, shut down. Basilio back to work. This stop from Flater. Tripp again. Flater the tap.
When you've got a dynamic outside like Pat Rogers, he can go up and set that thing, or he can hit it on the second ball, and he does it there, finds some room, gets the Cardinals out to a 3-point lead early in set 4.
Looking for more as Rogers hangs and passes to Lewis.
And gets the overpass right back, sends it home for the Cardinals.
Machado. Basilio whacks it up. Slater gives his team a chance. Rogers and Patterson team up. Basilio rocks it over. Great defense by both teams, but Pat Rogers' offense is just like that.
Want to keep that pressure on from an offensive standpoint. Forces the McKendree team to really play clean on their side.
Scherer with a dynamic save to set up an attack. McKendree's led to 2 straight points for the Bearcats.
Yeah, and Ryan Lewis leaves Machado out to dry there. Trip goes 5-hole. Machado just unable to handle that one. And again, McKendree getting some momentum here. A couple nice serves by Wetjen. Little.
They fight back to within 2. 5 serving 7.
It's kind of miss hit there from Rogers. Rhythm not quite right on that pick. It's so fast, and he tries to tip it over, but McKendree's block does a great job, sends it back. Gives McKendree another point.
Spin out. Point goes to Cardinals. And Louis will go to the line.
Ryan Lewis serving. 13 kills today, 3 service aces, 3 blocks, 3 digs. Really solid night across the board. Hoskins saves a 4th ace from him, and now this one whacked clear out of play from Tripp. Hello. That's some heat on it, Tuck.
Yeah, I don't know what to say about that one.
Just don't get in the way of it. That's what. And now Tripp using some of that power on the service line, just could not squeak it over the net.
7-yard ball. Looking for BSU. For Ball State, it's the outside attacker, Will Basilio.
In the middle, Basilio the stop. He's had a fantastic defensive effort. Slater to the outside.
Sends it back over. McKendree kind of gets that free ball, and Hoskins takes care of it. It's another point for McKendree.
Long run for Flater.
with the middle kill.
Machado, they get a free ball. We got all the options to get Patterson that gap.
Basileo's up to 11 kills, by the way. That ties his season high, which he's accomplished now a couple of times. Basilio.
Oh, but he makes it look easy, cuts it back inside the 10-foot line, and McKendree unable to do anything with that shot.
Scherer lines one up. Rogers, the tap. Flater sends it up high. Diaz, the save.
Lead to 5 for the Cardinals here midway through the fourth set.
Scherer again bends to give Ball State a chance up.
Cardinals 15 and the Bearcats 9.
Cardinals extend their lead to 6 here. Feels like they've got some pressure. McKendree's just struggling to score here. Understands it well, but he's a great mix of culture and relationship building and demanding. He puts a lot of
So Lewis just said, whatever, was waving people off. I mean, he's had a kind of night where he could probably only play with one contact and it'd still be fine. It's just on fire.
Cardinals
I
looking
mean,
for a spider on the floor.
yeah, it should be easier to find it on this floor, I would think, but
still might have to find a magnifying glass.
yeah, I think he's gonna just go without it here.
All right, so I didn't. Did they put a contact in him,
No,
or did
I
he
don't
just
think
say
so.
go on?
I think he's just playing without it.
Which is the largest either team has had in any given moment of this match. And now here comes the challenge from Coach Sandlin.
The Bearcats will challenge
They want a touch up front.
Yeah, they should be able to look at both here. As they check it, they should be able to look for the touch and seeing it in. So it's going to take an opportunity again coming out of that timeout. They don't get the score, so not a bad challenge to use here. Down, 8 in this set.
Yeah, win this point back. If the challenge is successful, all of a sudden it's a 6-point fourth set, which team was down 24-21 at the end of the third and came back and won, so you know what this team's capable of. See, right about there would be the touch if they do mark it a touch. Doesn't appear that the ball
close,
changes
looks like
direction.
there's a little bit of space there in between.
And they keep it Ball State point. Felt like one McKendree had the challenge, though.
Yeah, good challenge. I mean, it was close enough. They thought they might have got it, and certainly would give you a big boost to go from 17-9 to 16-10. So good look there for McKendree, and Ball State again back to the service line here. Just a little misconnection there. Looked like Wetjen was coming in. Rolls off the edge of that block and gets a good deflection back out of bounds on their side. So good job by Hoskin, kind of taking control of that and finding a way out to go back to the service line and try to get McKendree going here a little bit. They try to close this gap in set 4.
Hoskin, the first to 10 kills for McKendree's offense tonight, as Machado goes Basilio. Rejected. Daniel Gunner from Germany, the freshman middle blocker, checks in and swipes it back.
A nice job there, sends it back for the Cardinals.
First action he's had all night, walks in, picks up a big block.
In true Olympic spirit here, 5 countries represented on the court for Ball State currently.
It's pretty remarkable.
We like to see it.
What's your favorite Olympic sport in the Winter Games? Gotta go with the speed skating.
Speed skating's great. Super pipe's great.
Yeah.
Height will rise again. McKendree.
Heads up play from Pat Rogers. It looked like he was watching that in slow motion, following the ball to make sure that it did not sneak in the line. What a great job by our crew to show 40, this.
It feels like it's coming in slow motion, and Rogers just kind of sidesteps that one, lets it go long.
20-12 here in set 4.
Towards Machado, just unable to get under that and make the play.
Three blocks a season ago was third most in program single season history. He's followed that up with 40 this year through 10 and a half matches.
A nice job there, stays home.
It's a new career high now for Will Basilio. 12 kills and hitting over 3.
He's just found ways to score. He's been up quick, and certainly credit to Flater for getting him the ball, but I've been really impressed with Lively offensively.
Into 12 for their 16 kills to lead all attackers tonight. And doing it at a .382 clip. Quick touch, Scherer's there though. Lewis smacks it, tipped around, just gets over the net. Machado sets it up and puts it down in the middle.
Machado gives it right back to him on that quick, and Ball State 2 points away from closing this one out.
Jack Morikawa, the senior center out of California, serving here. And put Ball State with 8 straight wins. Over the 25-16 in set 4. After McKendree won at extra points, 28-26.